Hey guys, so today we're going to be recreating nails made by AI. So let me just explain how I got here. One day I was editing a thumbnail on PixArt on my phone and I got a pop-up saying that an AI image generator was available. And I have previously seen things about DALL-E 2, which is a really extensive AI. Anyway, I was editing my thumbnail and that pop-up came up and I was like, I wonder if it could create a set of nails for me. So I decided to just do one test because I absolutely knew I would want to do it for a video, but I wanted to make sure it would work first. So you're supposed to be specific with it, so I put in colorful long fingernails because initially I put in colorful long nails and I got like literal pictures of nails, like hammer nails. So I did colorful long fingernails, and when the results came up, I literally died. So the first result was this one, cool. Second, cool. Third one, great. But the last one, I'm just gonna take a second. Are you ready? What is this? I have never seen something so horrifying in my life. It looks like at the end of my videos when I'm doing, my little nail shots outside, but if I was in a nightmare. So since I figured that the PixArt AI could do all of that, I decided to download and get DALL-E 2 up and running, and that's what we're gonna use today. So again, I did do one test just to make sure that we're good to go, and these were the results, which are really promising. I didn't want to do anything more because I really wanted to do it with you guys, because every single time I see the results, it's just like so shocking to me that it's just like this isn't real and that a computer just made it up from text. I started with a set of long fingernails with nail art. I don't know how detailed we can get, so I'm going to do a hand with long square fingernails. Oh, I wonder if we could put acrylic nails. Acrylic nails with rhinestones? Okay, so let's see how this looks. I think we can also upload a picture and it can edit the picture, so I will give it one of my templates that I usually give you guys for subscribers draw my nails, but let's just do this first. I'm getting ahead of myself. I think this is the most excited I've been for a video in so long. I've been dying to do this ever since I thought of it, so let's generate. Okay, we wait. Oh my gosh. First of all, they're not really square. None of them are square. They're more like stiletto and a coffin. So didn't quite get that. I feel like looking at these pictures, it's hard for my brain because, for example, this first one, I can't quite comprehend what's happening on the nails, but if I were to just glance at it, I wouldn't think anything of it. This one though, I think is pretty impressive. It looks like a very professional nail shot. This one is okay. And these ones look like they've been grown out for 2 months. So I really like this one, so I'm going to save this one. Very long fingernails with nail art. I'm kind of wondering what happens if we don't put a hand part. So let's see what it's gonna give us. I feel like that should be all right. Let's see. Whoa. Okay, this first one's interesting. It kind of looks like this person should see a doctor. That looks painful. Okay, next one. Let's see the next one. Those ones look all right. Not quite straight, but interesting. Very interesting. Once again, the hands kind of look scary, like the flesh part. The nails look all right. They look like really, really long, curved natural nails. And then these ones, all right again. I don't quite know what that nail art is. Okay, I don't love any of these. I'm gonna get really, really specific. Also, I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to pick which one I'm going to do. I'm kind of hoping throughout this process that there's just one that is very clear and speaks to my soul. We'll have to see. Otherwise, we might just have to take the best that we get. I watched one video where they created thumbnails with this, but other than that, I haven't really seen many videos on this, especially not with what I'm trying to do. A posed hand with pink acrylic nails. I'm not sure if it can do cartoons or branded type stuff, so I'm gonna see if it'll do some Sanrio nail art. That nail scares me, I'm gonna be honest. This one looks all right. These, I think rhinestones look a little bit better because I feel like I can see a moon in this one. However, it looks like they also glued one to their finger. And this one, I'm trying to get real close and see what's happening with the nail art, but I have absolutely no idea. And I guess I didn't specify how many fingers, so Fair enough. Ooh, a picture painted on a fingernail. Let's see. Okay, this is better. This is better. I feel like this is our first recognizable nail art. The smiley face with the eyes. Everything else I feel like looks like it's been pixelated and then smoothed out again. This one too, little better. This one looks just like a little face with the little Hawaiian flower. And then the other one kind of looks like an otter. This one, no idea what's happening. This one, sleeping? I don't know. So I did ask David for a suggestion, and his suggestion is nail covered in bees, which I'm pretty sure is going to be nightmare fuel, but we will do it anyway. I'm going to specify though with fingernail because otherwise it will literally give us like a hammering nail. All right, here we go. Those are the smallest bees I've ever seen. Those don't even look like bees. Those kind of look like, I don't even know. Those nails are kind of scary. You okay? Definitely don't look like bees. All right, I got a very specific one from him. So we have an optical illusion nail design fingernail covered in rhinestones. Could be a good one. Okay. First one, definitely kind of confusing to look at. Next one, absolutely terrifying. It looks like my first set of nails that I ever did. So let's back out of that. This one looks decent. Aside from the waviness on the nails, I could get behind this one. This one could be a contender if we don't get anything better. This one's okay too. I feel like the fingers are starting to look less scary, thankfully. All of these designs to me almost end up looking like I mixed up all of my nail art stuff, like all my powders and, you know, some random gels and glitter, and then I just put that on the nail, like really chaotic. A 5-finger hand with acrylic nails with 3D sculpted nail art. Ooh, okay, so I feel like I got more specific and these ones are better. So first one, all right, this one's okay. This one though, kind of better. Definitely looks like nice posed on a background. This one though, I feel like is a pretty good contender. This is like the best set of nails I think we've seen so far. I feel like at least you can kind of tell the difference of something that's happening there. And then this one is also okay. It kind of looks like marble or like crystal nails to me. I'm gonna really try to be really specific. I almost feel like a lot of stuff is implied, but I need to remember that stuff for this like machine learning is not implied. Like it really needs to be laid out. So a 5-finger hand. It seems to know acrylic nails pretty well, so I'm gonna leave acrylic nails with flowers painted on them. Honestly, I'm a bit nervous for how many people are gonna yell at me about how I'm probably not doing this right. All right, results. This one looks okay. I feel like I can really only see the flowers on the thumb. Next up, this one's okay. I feel like the flowers ended up more of a background. So this one, I feel like I can get a faint glance of a flower on the middle finger, but I don't know. And then this one, when I first saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, did it do like flower nail art? No, it seems to just be behind it. And these nails also look like one of my first ever sets. So I'm gonna back out of that. Instagram were the coffin-shaped acrylic nails with, I'm gonna try the flowers thing again. Flowers painted on the fingernails. Okay, wow, I'm so much happier with these results. So let's look. So here's this one. While again, the design kind of looks kind of questionable, I feel like they're shaped well and it looks like a picture, like it looks like a passable picture. These ones are shaped super well. I feel like you can kind of get more of what's going on aside from what's happening outside of the nails, but much better. This one, however, I like these. These look pretty cool and I feel like this is like more of a design I could follow. So this is definitely a contender. Like again, don't know exactly what's happening, but there's a little bit more of like a plan here on this one. And then actually, oh my gosh, this one's good too. I feel like in my head, I just want to like sharpen up the image and like really see some detail, but I don't know if that's really possible. So now I have added one of my templates that I usually give you guys to draw on nail designs for me, and I've given it to this, and we're gonna see if it does it on this well. Long rainbow colored acrylic nails. Let's see, let's just try to give it a sec. No, didn't do anything. Maybe I needed to add the fingernails coming out of the white tips. This one might be a bust. We'll see. Boo. All right, we're gonna just have to get back to this because I don't think that's gonna work. A Instagram picture of long square shaped rainbow colored acrylic nails. Generate. I'm dead. They added an Instagram filter. That is so funny. Like an OG Instagram filter. That's so funny. But these are pretty cohesive sets if I do say so myself. Look at, we got a layout of all 10 fingers here except for some reason one of them is stiletto. Next up, these are a little bulky but not terrible. And then these ones actually have some designs and I'm kind of sad that this filter is on them because I feel like it would look so much better without the filter and be more clear. So I'm going to change an Instagram picture to Instagram worthy again because I feel like that was so much better. So Instagram worthy long square shaped rainbow colored acrylic nails. Okay. What is with the knuckles? I feel like it makes it look like everyone's been in a fight, but I do like this ombre. These are cool. And it definitely go in like, you know, like that. Pretty cool. These ones are okay. Pretty cohesive. All right. And this one I do like. So that one might be in the running, except for some reason, one nail is 3 times the size of the others. Instagram worthy, very long acrylic nails with galaxy inspired nail art. So first up, these are all right. Again, kind of just like a lot of something going on. These ones, kind of the same thing, honestly. The next ones, I feel like a little bit simpler version of the last two. And these last ones I actually really like, especially because it added that like nice pastel background. So this one's a contender too, because I feel like this one almost looks like kind of like the background, like a pastel space sort of thing. These could be really pretty. Instagram worthy, very long acrylic nails with animals painted on the nails. We'll see. All right. First up, we have definitely like a painting of maybe like a wolf or something, coyote behind it. The nail art kind of seeping into the painting. This one, definitely not animals painted on there. Don't know how it did that. The third one, man, I don't know. With this last one, I could almost perhaps see a face in this one, but that just might be like my imagination, like when you see something in the clouds. I feel like I'm getting a little discouraged because I thought there was going to be something a little more clear. I'm kind of feeling like the first test that I did on PicsArt on the app on my phone did clearer pictures than this has. So I think I'm going to try to open that up and we can see if that's better, because the pictures that PicsArt created versus the ones that DALL-E created are, I feel like, pretty different in the way that they're put together. I'm gonna try something pretty similar to what we've done. So Instagram worthy long square acrylic nails with rainbow inspired nail art. Generate image. First one's kind of plain. These kind of look like the same designs-ish. Okay, I'm just gonna stop the Instagram worthy. That might not need it here. A hand with long square shaped rainbow colored acrylic fingernails. I don't know if all those commas are okay. Okay, that was bad for this one. I'll show you the 3 okay-ish ones first. So we have this one, pretty simple, this one, and then lastly, I have absolutely no idea what's going on here. Kind of looks like a hand without any fingernails holding long fingernails. Long fingernails with flower nail art. We'll just see. You know what? These results aren't bad. Kind of like a scary way to show. I've seen some people like low-key do this pose on TikTok when showing their nails, but I can tell what's going on. I can tell that's a flower. Next one, I don't know what they're holding. What is that? I don't know. But again, we can tell they're flowers. I like this design. And then this last one doesn't necessarily look like flowers, more kind of like eggs. I am honestly so shocked because I thought that the DALL-E 2 was supposed to be a lot more advanced. Maybe I'm just not being specific enough or wording it correctly. I don't know. But I really do like some of these here. A hand with long acrylic fingernails with rainbow nail art. I feel like we could have a winner with this one. See? Nope, not a winner. So I'll show you in order of not very concerning to So first off, this one, fine. Look just like natural nails. This one too, natural nails. Then we have this one with a long nail bed. And lastly, we have I don't even know how I would describe this. Do you know what this looks like? This looks like on TikTok, obviously joking, but make videos about like when you get new nails, you like pull one nail out and like shove another back in. That's exactly what this thing looks like. Absolutely terrifying. Okay, so I've decided to just give this AI and DALL-E the same exact prompt. So I'm just gonna do a hand with very long nails. So I'm gonna do it on here. All right, ready? Generate. All right, so two vastly different results. Let's go over this one first. This one just did long fingers, and then we have kind of like some nails there. This one, I don't know, again, kind of like long fingers. This one kind of just did like really long fingers. And then DALL-E did, I don't know, but those look kind of painful. Kind of looks like some natural nails. Looks like those ones would break any second. And last ones are all right. So I did just see on here that you can actually also select prompts underneath and it'll do it in that way. So like concept art, illustration, surrealism, digital painting, sharp focus, texture, So I'm gonna do a posed hand with long pastel colored acrylic nails, and I am going to select details, ultra realistic, full HD, high quality. So maybe that'll help. Maybe that's what I've been missing. Kind of. These are better, I guess. I'm going to add those types of specifications and stuff into this one and see if that helps. I am so sorry that this has kind of just turned into like a hang out with me while I mess with a AI trying to get inspiration for a nail set. This turned out way longer than I thought it was gonna be. Instagram worthy, long coffin shaped, pastel colored acrylic nails, detailed, high quality. We'll see. Here we go. You know what? We might actually have a winner on this one. I feel like this is something I could do. These are shaped pretty well, but the other results, these are all right. Adding in like detailed and high quality definitely helps. This one looks pretty good, so I might go back and like redo some prompts with that. So I think that we got the best result overall, like across all 4 pictures, from a 5-finger hand with acrylic nails with 3D sculpted nail art. So I'm just going to add in detailed, high quality, and we'll see what that gives us. This is better. Okay, these look more like rings on there, but the nail art is clear. We got a marble with gold foil. Very cool, much better. Kind of the same thing here, except we have some actual sculpted nail art, which is pretty cool. No. And then this one, which I'll give it, it's definitely a design, so much better. Adding like the detailed and stuff makes it so much better. Let's go back and do some of things with the rainbow maybe. Oh no, the galaxy. I accidentally hit the button without it actually going, so we have different versions of just this same one, which I think are not too bad. They all kind of look the same design. This one, I like this picture. This picture is pretty clear. Like if I pass this picture on Instagram, I might kind of think like, a little bit, but I wouldn't look at it like this isn't real. I would just probably think someone like really filtered out their picture. So this is a good contender. I actually really like these ones. They're long, kind of abstract, lot to interpretation, but I also like these ones. These ones are cool too. So now I'm going to add the high quality and detailed. Kind of like all look the same like the other ones, although this one kind of looks like in a faint world, you know, like Starry Night. But other than that, it's kind of giving like all of the same design. I'm gonna do these ones. We had some actual like nail art like drawn. So I'm going back to this one. I put originally like a picture painted on a nail. So I'm gonna do a picture painted on a long acrylic. So I'll just see if I can get like one good design, and then I'm gonna put like detailed, high quality. I feel like those 2 keywords are like really necessary on this, because otherwise you kind of just get those designs all just kind of look morphed in some way. This is so much better. Oh my gosh, look at, we got some, definitely can tell these are flowers. Love that. This one though, that one looks like it like encapsulated. That one looks pretty good. If I do say so myself, we're getting somewhere. That one looks all right. I want a whole set. So a picture painted on a hand with long acrylic nails, detailed, high quality. Ooh, I messed up. Oh my gosh. I was about to say I messed up because I put a picture painted on a hand, but it got what I meant. So there's this one. All right. I don't know quite what that is, but that's cool. This one's really pretty. This one's the best one I think so far. I'm saving a couple of these like as I go, and I'll look back at like what I've saved, but this one looks like a really good contender. This one's not bad also. Neither is that. That's pretty cool. I feel like I'm getting somewhere. I think it takes quite a while to get the hang of like what exactly you need to say and specify. I think you only get like 50 free searches, so I'm probably close to that at this point. A picture of food painted on a hand with long acrylic nails detail. I feel like this is a good one. We'll see. All right, I should have known throwing something out there like that was gonna give me some sort of a, you know, a little more wild result. So first one, this is definitely food. Are these supposed to be fingers on the side too, but made of food? This one is the least worst somehow, although I don't know what is happening this. Like, what is this supposed to be? What is that? But I feel like they're kind of like duck nails, so that's cool. A pastel sky with stars painted on a hand with long acrylic. I'm gonna do coffin shaped. I think this is my longest search yet. Okay, they just put stars in the background for this one. This one, it's a sky in the background again. Sky in the background, but this one's okay. And this one's okay too. I'm just gonna take the stars out because I feel like that didn't help anything. So far, this is one of the more realistic pictures I've definitely seen. I think that this AI has a little bit of an issue with like human anatomy. Don't love that. Those are okay actually. And lastly, look like the same thing as the last one almost. Pastel art. Painted on a hand with long acrylic nails, detailed high quality. We'll see. Ooh, I'm just throwing a bunch of different random stuff out here because I'm having so much fun looking at all of these. So this one's cool. Is this hair coming off here? That's really interesting. Kind of like a swirl. Looks like it's posing in front of cotton balls. This one I do like because you can definitely tell what's going on, but I have no idea what's happening in the background. Like, are those teeth? Are those bones? But I do like the nails. This one I low-key love just because they're like sculpted and blinged out. Like it kind of really went off with its own little mind on this one, and I think that's pretty cool. Like this one's pretty cool too. A hand with pink coffin-shaped long acrylic nails, detailed and high quality. That one's not very good. We got some extra nails on the floor there. These ones just kind of scary, to be honest. And these ones are actually kind of feasible, but I don't love them. None of them are coffin shaped though, I will say. They're all stiletto. At this point, I have quite literally been doing this for 2 hours now, and I need to stop or I'm gonna just do it all night. And so I'm going to pick the set of nails that we're going to recreate now. So I had a really hard time deciding what nails to do. There were so many choices and so much chaos that I ultimately ended up deciding to do my very first search on Dolly, which was these nails. I felt like these nails also kind of looked like a lot of the other nails that came up in the searches. And I felt like part of the fun for this was there being a little bit of interpretation to be had. So this is what I chose. I'm going to start out by applying my Jello Peel Off Base Gel. I have a whole video on this, just 1 or 2 back, if you're wanting more info on it. But this is definitely going to become a staple for me that you guys will be seeing a ton. So I'm just going to do some very light etching around my cuticles mainly, just to make sure I'm going to get a nice seal. And then I'm gonna wipe that off well with some swipe. Then I'm going to prime with my Young Nails Protein Bond. And now that I've gone through more trial and error with the Jello, I'm being super careful to not put it on the edges of my nail. That way the nail won't pop off before I want it to. And then before I cure it, I just go and wipe off a little bit on the tip. That way it doesn't lift from there either. And cure. This is my new favorite nail glue. It is so good, so easy to use, and the brush and everything stays so clean. So I'm just gluing all of this on. This is my crooked finger, and I've been having a lot of issues lately with this just looking crooked. So I'm gonna try to see if we can make it look straight today. See, the problem is, right, is it looks straight there, but then doesn't look that straight there, but it looks straight there. I feel like you can't win. It's always gonna look crooked from some angle. So today I'm actually going to be doing polygel. So I'm going to put another base coat just on top of my nail, anywhere I didn't put the Jello and the tip. So like I said, I'm going to use polygel today. I'm not exactly sure which kit this is from. I think it's like a flower themed kit, but this was the closest that I could find to this color. I'm going to use polygel. Like I said, I haven't used polygel in a while. I did file the tips down just a teeny bit, you know, although the ones in the picture are a little funky. I'm going to keep mine straight. This color is a bit more blue. That's okay. I might put like a purple jelly or something on top, but I'm pretty much just going to try to spread this layer out to cover the whole nail. There's my base. I'm just going to add a little bit more now to build up down here. I'm gonna just do this like base color, and then everything else on top I'm going to do in gel. I feel like these nails look like when I did my videos using like every acrylic or every polygel or whatever, and it looks like just like the bowl before I mixed it all together. And I feel like that's what I'd need to do if I wanted to do the design in acrylic or polygel. Gel is so much easier to do that with. All right, so here are all the nails. I kind of just sped through the process because the fun part is going to be the gel nail art on top, of course, because this is just our base, but I'm going to file these up. I might have to touch up around the cuticles a little bit. I felt like it was kind of hard to like get the polygel in there with it being so bulky right here. We'll see how it looks. Alright, these ones are pretty sharp. Normally I don't do them this sharp, that way I don't hurt myself or my doggies, but I'll just, you know, dull them out later. So obviously these are way more blue than what Dolly came up with. I feel like I know for a fact I don't have that exact color anywhere. So I'm going to put this purple jelly over and hope that that gives us the color. It is fairly dark, so we'll see. I do have another purple I could use if this one doesn't work. And then maybe like a softer jelly, but I really like these jelly ones. All right, let's see. You know what? I think that might be perfect. Okay, I think that shade is pretty dead on. So I'll do the others now. I wasn't sure. You can see that the color isn't totally down towards my cuticles with the polygel, but do not worry. I ended up going back in and filling it with a little bit of clear builder gel afterwards, just because it wasn't quite close enough. I feel like polygel can just be a little bit difficult to just get really close in there. And so I just did, you know, quick little builder gel. So there is gel there. It's not like I just started halfway on my nail. As far as the design goes, I feel like I'm gonna just try to marble on a lot of this. Potentially I could see leaves and flowers happening here just because there are some semblance of a flower kind of in the background. But for the most part, I feel like it's just kind of like a pixelated static TV screen thing going on. So what I'm gonna do is go in with my blooming gel first with some white, because all of these colors are fairly distinct on top of the blue, and if I just put these colors on top of the blue, you're not gonna really be able to see them. So we must do the blooming gel first. And I'm doing it with the blooming gel. That way it kind of just like spreads out like naturally. I feel like the design isn't very structured looking, so I don't want to make too many very direct and distinct marks, I guess. So now that we've done that, we can do this marble. I'm just gonna call it a marble. And we have a lot of different little combos to make. So I feel like towards the cuticle, there's kind of like a pink, purple, and a little bit of a brighter pink happening. And then otherwise there's a lot of dark green with a lot of yellow, and then just a couple other little, you know, mishmashes of color. But for some reason, some of it is giving like shiny vibes to me, kind of how it created the rhinestones. So I'm going to also add in some gold foil to this, just because that's my interpretation of it. Once again, I'll use the blooming gel to kind of let it all naturally flow out. I'm gonna probably do this 1 or 2 nails at a time though, just because I feel like I could get a little chaotic, as if these nails aren't chaotic enough. So I make sure to dip my brush in the blooming gel before I pick up the other gel so that the color gel does not soak up in my brush, and that way, you know, just help the spread a little bit more. So I'm just gonna take a swipe of this and put it back here. Same here. And then we have a lot of kind of green happening-ish, like a dark green. Ooh, it needs to be darker. Oh no. I feel like I need to go grab a black. Okay, there's some black. I feel like it's like dark green black, so I'm just gonna add that black in there and kind of swirl it up. I accidentally keep blowing. Oh god damn it, I keep doing it. The foil. And then maybe now a little bit for the other colors. Kind of just a little swipe of each one. I don't really see much blue throughout. I think there's like a swipe of it here-ish. I have absolutely no idea what's happening. It's fine though. Then I feel like there's definitely gold foil somewhere about there. You guys see it? Okay, I'm a little conflicted because I feel like these are kind of ugly, but I feel like they're kind of looking kind of accurate. Like as much as they can be, you know? I feel like although they do look kind of accurate, they don't really look good. And as much as this pains me, I'm gonna wipe this off and redo it with a little bit more reason. Because I'm just kind of trying to make this look chaotic, but I don't feel like it looks good that way. All right, tragic. Alrighty, let's try this again. I already have my blooming gel on, and then I actually have a blue jelly that I'm gonna kind of put around the edges here, just to kind of, you know, like keep that blue. And then I'm gonna go back and do kind of the same thing I did the first time around here, but kind of like a little bit more intentional. And then with the other stuff. Alright, it's not perfect, but it's a little better, honestly. It's better. At least. It's just, you know, a little better. I don't think I love all these colors together, but I'm gonna still roll with it. I'm also sticking with the gold foil. So I feel like that will probably make it at least a little bit better. I think that's as good as it's gonna look. I'm gonna wipe off the sides a bit, because wow, it's a lot of gel. Okay, 1 down, 4 to go. I almost forgot to put the blooming gel on. That would have been bad.
There's still so much that you don't know, but I know that you'll try. Blue mind, blue mind.
Here they are. I feel like they look the same but very different at the same time. Hopefully you guys like them. But all there is to do is put on a top coat now. And here are the finished nails. I had to go back and add some gold foil to that one because I realized that was the only one that I didn't do that to. And it would have looked really off without it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. It was so fun to do. I definitely want to do this again if you guys want me to. Next time, let me know, and I can always do one of the crazier set of nails. We can do this but on hard mode. Let me know. If you want to see me do another video like this, please make sure to give this video a like, and I will hopefully see you next time. Bye!